Good day, I'm Lisa Rowe and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, September 11, 2024. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is defending the use of security measures such as the state of emergency SOE to stem the spate of armed organized violence in the country. He was responding to a statement by the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, IACHR, last week. The statement called for the Jamaican government to ensure that measures used to prevent and combat crime are implemented in accordance with international human rights standards.
Jamaica must do everything in its power to protect human rights. And in the transformation of the JCF, every officer here will tell you that in their training, in their retraining, in all their development courses, respect for citizens' rights, respect for human rights is paramount, including in our operations, including in our equipping the force, in the use of force, in every aspect of it. And I urge the JCF to continue on this path to show the world that we don't need to be told to respect human rights. That is something that is ingrained in us.
The most recent state of public emergency was declared in August for Clarendon following the brutal killing of 8 people in Cherry Tree Lane in the parish. A $25 million anti-gang fund has since been established to incentivize the sharing of information that will lead to the arrest and charge of the perpetrators and facilitators. According to Mr. Holness, respect for the rights of the victims is missing from the views of international agencies. He is therefore urging those who don't understand what is happening in Jamaica to get the right information before they speak. The Prime Minister is also assuring the country that the government is acting in the best interest of citizens. He says the government will not relent against the criminals and has charged the security forces to pursue those who would put the state at risk with the rights of citizens at the fore.
And we will continue within our limited budget to support you, to equip you, whether it is new police stations, new motor vehicles, new equipment and technology, support for your training. We will continue to support you because we believe in our country and we believe we can bring the gangs to heel without destroying the rights of the citizens. And that is what we have set out to do, and we have been very successful in our plans.
The Prime Minister was speaking at a retirement function on Friday for Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz. Meanwhile, DCP Bailey is being described by Prime Minister Andrew Holness as an extraordinary policeman who has executed his job well. Mr. Bailey served the Jamaica Constabulary Force for 40 years. According to Mr. Holness, he has developed a great deal of goodwill in the country and exemplifies the policies and principles that we would all want to see in the Jamaica Constabulary Force.
Your leaving the JCF is not a loss to the nation, because I'm sure that there will be other areas in which your skills will be most useful. And I would want to see you serving in some of these areas. You have executed your job well. And as you leave this job to no doubt go on to other fields, you will be remembered, and your work will be the model that others will seek to follow.
DCP Bailey's first assignment was at the Beat and Foot Patrol Division, and he later moved to the Mobile Reserve, where he spent just over 3 years before being assigned to the Fraud Squad. His last assignment was portfolio responsibility for crime. Deputy Commissioner Fitz was given the Order of Distinction in the rank of officer class in 2021. DCP Richard Stewart is taking over from him in heading the crime and security portfolio effective September 10. The JCF describes DCP Stewart as a seasoned officer with over 30 years of service to the force and who brings a wealth of experience to the role. More than 13,500 household assessments have been completed across the 14 parishes thus far, following the passage of Hurricane Beryl in July. Of that number, A little over 7,000 have been validated and checks distributed under the Rebuild Jamaica initiative. Minister of Labour and Social Security Colonel Charles Jr. gave the update during yesterday's weekly post-cabinet press briefing. He says the team was not able to verify the identity of just under 5,000 individuals due to a lack of ID or mismatching of correct names. However, 503 of that number have since been verified, and checks will be printed for immediate distribution. A re-verification process is now underway.
We hope and we are working towards being able to put in place processes to speed up the re-verification. So there are persons who have indicated to us that they do not have a TRN or they cannot find their TRN. And one of the things that we have instituted is the use of a proxy so that you will be able to identify someone responsible who can serve on your behalf with the necessary verification to receive the check on your behalf.
According to Minister Charles, St. Elizabeth has the highest number of checks distributed, with more than 1,245 printed to the value of $116.4 million. This is followed by Clarendon with 1,055 checks, valued at $98.3 million, then St. Mary, Manchester, Portland, and other parishes. Meanwhile, more cash grants will be distributed later this month to some of the worst affected families with children, persons with disabilities, and elderly members. The United Nations World Food Programme has provided $1.4 million, while UNICEF has contributed 42.75 million Jamaican dollars.
We'll also see 36.5 million provided to families on path with children, ages 0 to 6 years, and pregnant or lactating mothers, as well as 6.25 million Jamaican provided to persons with disabilities who have been affected in a negative way by Hurricane Beryl. And these payments will commence by the end of September.
Minister Charles Jr. says a partnership is being finalized with the Global Empowerment Mission, GEM, to assist up to 1,500 households, starting with the replacement of up to 250 roofs in the worst-hit communities. He indicates that material will be provided free of cost by GEM, with the beneficiary or the government paying for labor costs.
So I just want to take the time to applaud our stakeholders, to really highlight and acknowledge the level of partnership and the strategic partnership that we've been able to forge and to advance to the benefit of our Jamaicans, particularly those that have been impacted by Hurricane Beryl.
The Labour and Social Security Minister is encouraging individuals who have been affected by the hurricane and have not yet been assessed to reach out to the team. This can be done through the Ministry's parish offices or the Customer Contact Centre at 876-922-9000-13. Persons can also contact their Member of Parliament or councillor. And finally, approximately 70 residents across St. Ann and Trelawney are the latest batch of recipients to receive cash grants under the government's Rebuild Jamaica initiative. They are among several persons who are being supported by the government to restore their homes that were damaged by Hurricane Beryl in July. The grants were presented on Thursday by Minister of Labour and Social Security Colonel Charles Jr. and other officials. Minister Charles Jr. urges the beneficiaries to rebuild wisely using hurricane straps.
That's why you hear us saying build back better. Because it's about your safety. It's about sustainability. It's about ensuring that you understand that Jamaica is in the zone that we are going to get disasters every now and again. We are going to get hurricanes and wind and rain and flooding every now and again.
Dorrit Da Costa, a resident of Freehill in the parish, commends the efforts from the government.
Today I want to thank the Prime Minister and the Member of Parliament and all the people that work and come and visit us and to see the problem that we're into. And today the problem solved because they really did a work that could help us today, whatever it is.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Lisa Rowe. Thanks for watching.